Hey guys, Justin here with Pega Nation, and now that I had some time, considering after the weekend and stuff, I decided to make like a very basic guide to some combos you can do with Orcust. So the point of this, like we know Harp is banned, and I know some people don't like the Wyvern build, so I thought I would show you guys some combos you can do without Scrap Wyvern. Part two to this combo, it's gonna be like a two-step tutorial. Will be with Wyvern and some other cool combos you can do with Wyvern. So to start, we're gonna start with like a very basic resource play. If it depends on your variant, you might be playing like dangers or hand traps, so the combo's gonna differ. But for all these combos, I'm gonna show you like without like a danger, essentially, just with just like Orcust cards, essentially what you end with. So like if you're not playing Orcust cards, your hand's either gonna be dangers or like call buys or like hand traps or something like that. So with Just Recycler, I like to do a resource play essentially. So I would go for Nightmare dump a wand, and then the wand summon Nightmare. And then with that I make Galatea, and then I just make uh I make Ding on top of this. I don't use Galatea's effect and attach a wand. Now depending on my hand, like say for instance if my hand had like another wand in it, like the combo is different actually. But like depending on my resources, like my play may differ. But just like let's say our hand was literally just like hand traps and recycler, this is the play I'd go with because for most decks, outing a Dingirsu with two materials is very difficult. Like right now, because Salamangreat doesn't have Mirage Salary, they have no out essentially to this, except Borlo Dragon. Right now. And against like spirals and stuff, they still have to play through your hand traps because if this was your hand, then you have other cards to stop them. If you have dangers, obviously you would go the IP like Babble route by using the extender to make IP and then have Babble. Like it just differs, like I said. But Just Recycler, this is what I like to go for. You can also go for the play which is Galatea Crescendo. That also works, but the issue with that play is that they can just summon like normal summon like Super Agent and just attack over like your Galatea. Like it just differs based on this. So this was just combo one. It's like pretty like standard. Like that won't say standard, just pretty like boring, right? Combo two, this is where you start spicing it up a little bit. So for combo two, we do a recycler, and then we dump Nightmare, and then we use Nightmare's effect and dump Wand. Now here's where it's kind of cool. Wand has an actual different effect than just banishing it to summon Orcust. It also has the other effect: if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one World Legacy monster from your hand. So that's kind of cool because Wand's a World Legacy monster. So if we send Wand and open Wand, we can actually special Wand, which is kind of neat. So we're going to do that here, special wand, and then we're going to use our wand to special our Nightmare from the Banished. Now we are going to make our Galatea, and then we're going to just spin back our wand, which is totally fine. And grab our Babble. And then we're just going to make a Ding to dump it off into the grave, because that's all you want to do. You don't really care about attaching or sending. It'll be kind of like awesome if they Phantasmate us, because then we could just send Phantasma for free. But essentially, you just want to have Ding's name in the grave before symbol as an interruption. So now after that, we make IP Masquerena, and then we're going to use, during their turn, like with past turn, we're going to use Nightmare, like boost our Masquerena, dump our symbol. And then our first interruption generally wanted to be the Ding to send a card. Like we still have a follow-up play next turn with the wand to grab back symbols so we can bring back Gal and have resource plays. The way like Orcust plays now is you have to play very resource reliant, and if you play dangers, like you can make like bigger boards essentially. If you play hand traps, you have more interruptions for them. It just depends on like the variant you're going with. But yeah, so you have an interruption with your Ding, and then you have IP Masquerade to link into like Unicorn or something like that, or even Longirsu because you have two banish. Generally, you want to do Unicorn here because you want to keep your banish cards for one for the following turn. So yep, IPs can make any guy you want, and that's pretty much it essentially for this combo. It's just the classic IP Babble Masquerade play. Okay. For the third combo, if we open Nightmare not Wand, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna dump our Bombard. So now we're gonna use Bombard's effect to special summon Nightmare from our hand. As you guys can tell, if we open Bombard Nightmare, it's gonna be like the same scenario anyway. We just make Link Karibo, then use Bombard's effect to special Nightmare from our hand. It would be the exact same thing. So now we're gonna make Galatea. We're gonna use Nightmare to send our World Wand, and then we're gonna use World Wand's effect. Well, we're gonna use Galatea's effect first, sorry. It doesn't matter if you use Wand's effect or Galte's effect first. It really doesn't matter. Actually, I think it does matter. You want to see if they stop your Wand. So technically, I guess you want to use Wand effect first, see if they stop it, then you use Galte, because it might change what you want to get, even if it's Return or Crescendo. So yeah, it does kind of matter, actually, that you Wand first. So, Wand bring back Nightmare. Then we're going to make Ding. And Ding's going to attach our Wand, so now we have a follow-up play for next turn. And then we're just going to make IP with this. So obviously, you know, it's going to be like the same board as we had the last combo, where we can just go Nightmare, send symbol, make Ding, Ding send, and then we have IP for an interruption. It's like the same exact play. Like, I like IP over like Galte in the spot because we already have our Wand engraved. So that way, like, it's fine. Like, we still have 3 other cards to mess around with depending on our hand. Like, the plays will differ. Like, you have to understand that the deck is a little bit weaker now that we don't have Harp, because now we don't get to do like the big plays and to have infinite resources essentially. But this is like something else you can do. All right, for the last combo, this one's kind of cool. I really like this one. If we open like Wand, Recycler, and any level 8 extender, this play is kind of cool. So what we do for this play is that we normal Recycler, we dump our Nightmare, you know the drill. Then we go Nightmare, dump Wand, special Wand. And then we use our Wand to special our Nightmare from the Banished. And then what we're going to do here is that we're going to make our Galatea. Now we can use Galatea's effect, shuffle back our Wand, and we're going to get Crescendo here. And then, this is what the cool part happens. We use Gizmek Orochi, we're going to banish our 8. And then we're going to overlay these 2 into a rank 8. Now you can either make Ding here or an actual rank 8 like Zombie Stein. This one's kind of cool because it gives you 2 interruptions and also makes it to where your Galatea can't be show up at battle. So you essentially get 2 negates out of this combo instead of just going for that. And you have your Wand play to follow up with you with Nightmare Engraved and a Crescendo Surge. So 9 out of 10 times you're just going to kill them during the next turn. So if you open those 3 cards, you usually can just kill them. Aside from Zombie Sign, you can also make like Lancelot, and that's also just as good. So I haven't fully decided on the build I want to use yet, or what I'm gonna do. Like, I might play Spirals this weekend, I might play Ultrageist, or I might play Orcust. I haven't decided, or Salad even. Like, I haven't decided what I'm playing at the Pro Play Tour. So just in case I do decide on Orcust, I don't want to show my list just yet. Same thing with my Spiral list. I'm going to show some more Spiral combos later on, and like same thing with my Ultrageist list and stuff. So I'm just trying to release too much information, like what my list could possibly look like. But I did show you guys like a little cool like treat from the Calamities combo, and hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully this is very helpful now, because I know that some people are kind of just trying to figure out what to do like now that Harvest ban, and hopefully this is kind of helpful tutorial. Part 2 will have Wyvern and like a bunch of Wyvern combos we can do. Like I said, I just didn't want to like showcase all my combos with Wyvern because Wyvern is susceptible to a lot, so I just wanted to show what you can do without Wyvern. Hopefully this was helpful, and this is Justin from Penguin Nation, and see you guys.